Hi, it's Lace. I've got a lot to go over, and I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna do this, so it'll probably be in segments. Um, I'm gonna name this after my favorite bumper sticker called "We Are the People Our Parents Warned Us About," and that is the truest statement that I ever had, put down and remembered. Um, I don't know who's been watching or how much people have watched, but I can't get into rehab because of my seizure disorder and not being stable on my seizure meds. Well, for months we've been working on a plan to stabilize me, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to admit me into the hospital since I only have one kidney and it's not doing well because of the treatment I went through in Bucks. Uh, People are dying left and right in jail because of withdrawal from these drugs and they can't contain it. And my one kidney, I wasn't getting hydration. I had blood coming out of places it shouldn't be coming out of. I wasn't getting um, proper nourishment, and I was in isolation the entire time. I wasn't allowed to shower for 8 days, and mind you, my father, God bless him, I don't know what I would do without him. Colonel John Mark Clapp, even though we've had our rough patches like all families have, but uh, before my hearing that put me in that position over a fake warrant, nonetheless. He got a call from two girls who found me left for dead in a gutter. That some guy had snatched me and raped me and drugged me and just threw me in the gutter. And they found my phone and called all the numbers till they found my dad's number. And he came and got me from Kensington, Allegheny, and I was on my way to go to this hearing. And the judge looked at me because I was exhausted. I was up all night because I wanted my kids to see me do the right thing. If you break the law, then you go to court. And even though I wasn't wrong, I still needed to tell my side of the story and show up. And my kids needed to see me do that. Well, when I got there and I went up to talk to the judge, he said, "You look a little out of it. Are you on anything?" And I explained that I had been attacked hours prior um to my hearing, and I needed to get some rest, so I was exhausted, but my kids and family were there and they could verify my story, and I just wanted them to see me do the right thing. And he said, "Are there drugs in your system?" I said, yeah, I just told you I was drugged and raped and left for dead, and I'm sure there's drugs in my system." And he goes, "All right, well, I'll see you in 2 weeks. Go Bucks County correctional facility." And they put me in isolation, knowing I have a seizure disorder. But they give me only a jumper, no t-shirt, no underwear, no socks, no setup kit, no soap, no pen, no paper, no tablet, no bracelet, and one blanket. Um, and then throw me in a cell where the sink works when it wants to work, and I get treated like I'm in the hole. So every time they fed everybody, they dumped all of my food in a paper bag all together, so it was just all in one big mush. And that's what I ate. And usually it was always bologna and cheese and hard boiled eggs. really didn't change much from that. And I'd seize out and everything, and they can't give me Suboxone because of um for whatever reason I developed some kind of immunity to it where it doesn't help, it makes me worse. I don't know why. So they would wait, I'd seize out, I'd be lying in my own puke, and then they'd be like narcotics with a little couple of pills that had Tylenol 3, Clonidine, Seroquel, Visceral, Benadryl, um, a couple other things, Klonopin, and all crushed together, and then they'd get me stable, and then they'd wait until the same thing would happen again. And I wasn't able to get a tablet or shower, and I begged. I said, I was raped right before my hearing. I didn't even get a shower yet. Like, can I just please get a shower? And 8 days later, I was able to get a shower. I didn't see the doctor until the day before my hearing with the judge, and I try to explain to the judge, like, I'm a level 5 clearance until I'm stabilized on some seizure medication. I cannot get into a rehab. They won't take me. So I'm trying to get a doctor that will prescribe me the proper medication so I will be stable. But that's become difficult because having HMO, you have to go to the doctor, the primary, on your card. And the primary on my card has like a 3 to 6 month waiting list, which is some bull, whatever. But I'm making the plans as I go along. My trial now, since they had to throw out that warrant because it was bogus, there was nothing. All the charges on the warrant were fake. There was no drugs. There was no. The only paraphernalia that was found was packaged syringes, and diabetic, type 2 diabetic. But because they found drugs on me when they picked me up on this bogus warrant, new charges and all, which I still think is bullshit. I don't think if since there shouldn't have been a warrant, I already did time twice on it, then there shouldn't be a reason for me to look at time again based on what you found on me after the fact. Um, I think our whole system is going to hell. But, more things to talk about, as far as, I see a lot of things about prophecies out on here and karma. And, I'll tell you a story about instant karma. I remember it was one of those days I was living at the shelter over on B Street, and my husband was still alive, and he rest in peace. And I packed all my shit, and I'm carrying like 5 satchels, and and a book bag on my back, and a purse, and I could barely carry it. And he had just ripped me off for the last of what I had, and I ended up selling some of my medication, so I had some $13. Well, I go up to this girl, on the corner, and I'm like, yeah, I need a tray of et cetera, et cetera. And she grabs the money, and I was like, do you want me to count it? And she goes, no, you're good, I trust you. So I'm trying to get my stuff and go across the street and check my money, and no, I ended up giving her a 10 and 2 1 instead of the 3 1. So I had to put my stuff down and try to go back and explain to her, I made a mistake. I need you to fix that. I can't afford to keep going through. I'm dying over here. And her voice comes running up yelling, tells her to go back across the street, and he starts yelling at me. So finally, he calls and he's in my face, say, well, why don't you get your shit out on the other side of the street? I'm not trying to, have all this heat because you can't move your stuff. I said, that's what I'm trying to do. But your girl ended up getting me for $10. And she knows it, and I'm trying to make it right. And I was like, but if it's that deep, you need it that badly. I was like, I'm on my fucking way. And next thing you know, there's a buzz behind my ear, and I was like, what the hell? And there's another one that goes like right in between us while we're talking. And he starts going, oh shit, and runs across the street and back to where they were originally. And then the bullets start flying because that's what it ended up being, is bullets. They start flying away from me and toward him on the other side of the street. So I grabbed my bags and I moved on the other side of the car. And I'm hiding behind the tire of this SUV that's sitting there. And man, next thing you know, I hear, that she got hit. It sounded like he got hit in the leg, and then the other leg, and then by that time, like reality struck and shock kind of like came, like like bitch, you better move because you're not trying to be the dead witness across the street. So I go and I hide behind this big tire because SUV had them oversized tires. And next thing you know, you hear like 4 shots, clear as day. And I was like, oh man, totally mob style shot. I made sure he was dead up close and personal. And I just sat there and I lit a cigarette because I think that's all I did have left. And the girl, that ended up ripping me off for the $10 is like, oh my god, everybody else had ran except for us. And she comes to me and she's like, please help me so I can take him to the street or I can call 911. And I just looked and I was like, you want my help? Well, I don't know what to tell you. I seem to keep getting robbed and abused all day. Like, even if I wanted to use a payphone, I don't think I could help you because somebody seems to have taken my money on top of the phone that was taken earlier. So, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. And, and turned out that guy had beat up a girl the day before because she was short $1 or two. So, karma is funny. It works in mysterious ways. And hopefully, if I'm lucky, by the end of this week, I'll be in a rehab because my trial is coming up. My son's birthday just passed yesterday, and just a lot going on, and I got more coming up next time. Have a blessed day. Love from Kensington.